Ooh, hello, one and all. Welcome back. It's Monday. It's Monday night here. I know when I'm on my long days off, the days just blur. But it is Monday night here at IR Bad at Game. I should know that because back in a while. So that makes sense. It's Monday.
Hmm.
Uh, we are back here tonight with some more Steins Gate Zero. If you've been following along, then you would have uh been with us on Thursday when we completed one of the five endings, or I say ending routes, to the story, which is a sequel to another story. There's a lot of context that if you haven't played the original game, you would have missed. But nah, I'm not going to go over all that every time we start this up. So, I will say, we did complete what is considered the Maho route, in which we
Okay.
learned some pretty important stuff in regards to Amadeus, the AI program that houses the memories of our departed companion Karisu. And I think the important things to take away from the Maho route is that even though Amadeus is an AI that is just built on the memories of Karisu, at the very end, right before we were getting ready to delete Amadeus, it seemed like the real Karisu came through and called us Kioma when we never
Yeah,
mentioned
like at
Kioma.
the last minute, her she was suddenly not just the Amadeus
Yeah.
Karisu.
So that's I think that's an important thing to take from that. Also, I think the main important part of the Maho route is Maho learning to overcome her sort of inferiority complex, comparing herself to Karisu, and agreeing to eventually helping to build the eventual time machine, which the in the original game is what helps us reach the quote unquote Steins Gate true world line. And so that's the important part of Maho is learning that Maho is one who helps in the future to build the time machine. Now that said, we're jumping back a few days. I'm loading back an old save to right before or right after the Christmas party, or sorry, the New Year's Eve party. So if you've been following along and need a recap on that, they had a New Year's Eve party. There was an attack by some armed men. They were after Kagari, um, and then uh, we had when we did the Maho route after the attack. We were sitting here talking to everybody about it. We get a call from Amadeus, and in the Maho route, I chose to ignore the call, which led us down the Maho route and learning about Amadeus more, a little bit more. But this time through, we're going to answer the call, I believe. Let me double check, make sure I got that right. Uh, walk through back up.
Mm-hmm.
Let's see. Kagura out. Yeah, so on the second, answer the phone call from the lab. So that is where we're coming in now. So we're going to change course of history here. We're coming back in, and this time we're going to answer the call from Karisu. Are you ready, my friend?
Let's rock and roll.
Let's go. Hello?
Help me,
Karisu?
help me, Okabe. You're my only hope. Sorry.
In that instant, and also something we haven't really, I mean, we touched on it a little bit, but it seems like every time we get well, not every time, but certain parts of the story, when we get a call from Amadeus, we have a time shift or a world line shift. I suddenly feel incredibly dizzy and everything went black.
Stand by my. Her memory is the D-mail of this universe.
uh
Oh, that's a big shift. It seems like.
huh. Felt like I was floating up from the bottom of a black pit. My mind slowly began to clear. Where am I? Slowly look around the room. No way I could mistake it. This was the Future Gadget Lab, place I'd been just a moment ago. There was nothing unusual about it, except for the fact that everyone was missing. They'd been there just a moment ago, but now they were all gone. Looked at the clock. It had been just about 3 p.m. when I'd finished my call with Maho. Only a few minutes had passed. Even if I passed out, it was impossible to imagine all of them leaving me here, which meant I took a slow walk around the room. There were other strange things. Daru's PC, for example. There was a thin layer of dust on the keyboard, as if no one had used it. And then, corner of the room. Normally, that was where Mayuri put her bags. The paper bags where she always put the cosplay outfit she was working on. I'd seen them there just a moment ago, but now they were gone. Could this be? The line changed again. But why? Come to think of it, these words from before. So something it's going to be pretty apparent here in just a minute. But for those, since we played the original game and you following along, when you said there was a big shift when you saw the number earlier, you're right. That was a huge shift. In fact, it was such a huge shift that it went below 1. Which from the first game, if you know if it's below 1, that can only mean one thing.
I don't remember.
We're not on the beta world line anymore.
We're going back to the alpha world line, okay,
yeah.
Or something to that effect. I don't remember what that exactly. It's been a while.
Yeah, it's been a while.
I'm fuzzy. I remember big number change bad, and like it's a relative measure, and then I thought that we wanted like a 0.18 or something divergence before if memory serves. But anyway, I don't. We went a long way. Help me, Obi. God damn it. I ran the joke on it, and now I caught myself.
Why would Karisu say so? Well, who's this Obi-Wan? Why would she call me that?
Yeah.
Did it have
about her hair was weird too?
Did it have something to do with the world line change? I took my phone.
He's suddenly in A New Hope.
I took my I took my phone out of my pocket and went to start the Amadeus app, then stopped.
I think that would take a slightly bigger divergence.
Gone, which is funny because I have the Amadeus logo in the background. Now that's something that's something you can actually set yourself as a player in the settings.
Okay, so your phone background is like a cosmetic. That's
yeah. It's
excellent.
Gone. The Amadeus icon was gone from my phone.
I mean, not entirely. The icon, not the logo, I guess.
What's going on here? My mind raced to try and come up with an explanation. But of course, I came up with nothing. Calm down. Find out what's going on. I needed to calmly find out what this world was like. I was just about to walk towards the door to find out when back of the room. Sound from the back of the development room, which no one ever used anymore. Someone was. Who? Haru? Gary? Slowly approached.
He's a survivor.
Well, if it's the other world line, it can only be one person.
Shit.
I almost couldn't breathe.
Because everyone else died.
Well, Mayuri died. I never forgot.
Okay.
I've never forgotten her. The girl standing there. Issei Kurisu.
Ooh, they're using D-mail to send, or that mechanic to send her memories into the Amadeus, like, firewall area or something, I think, maybe. I don't know. Anyway, sorry.
Makise Kurisu was looking down at something. Possible. Kurisu couldn't be here because she... Ed. I see things? Was my desire to see her making me hallucinate? But it seemed far too realistic to be. Still, felt that if I spoke a word, she'd say a thing. What was she staring at without even moving a muscle? She was so still that I thought she must be hallucination after all, but then finally exhaled a little, and
Kabe,
uh, throat was dry and I couldn't speak.
you standing there, you should have said something. You scared me. Happy New Year's.
Uh,
Anyway, not often I see you come by anymore. Kabe?
you, isn't it?
What the heck kind of ways to start off the new year is that? Are you okay? Did you eat something bad?
Even her slightly peeved expression
What?
and the gentle flash you saw in her eyes. This,
What's wrong? Are you really okay?
oh, that's you. Sorry.
Yeah.
Even her warmth
Hey, what are you doing?
wasn't an hallucination or an artificial intelligence on a screen. It was the real Karisu,
Akabe,
the real live Makise Karisu.
not a ghost. Akabe, please let me go.
Sorry, but please let me stay like this.
Are you crying?
I realized for the first time, felt her soft hands on my back.
Don't worry, it's okay now. It's okay. It's okay.
Whispered to me in a soft voice and around me. Kind mother holding a child. Finally calmed myself down. There. Now that I calmed down, I realized what that meant.
No, don't worry about it. That happens to me too sometimes. Sorry, what does?
Dad?
You were thinking about Mayuri, weren't you?
Risu was meant that's the Alpha World line. World without Mayuri. World where Mayuri died. Some small part of me had wished that this was the world beyond the Steins. That it was a new future someone else had opened for me. But of course, that was good to be true. There was no way for me to know what had happened. But I must have made my choice to give up on Mayuri. That was a future where she had gone. Confronted once more with the reality of Mayuri's death, my heart felt like it was about to burst. How had she died?
Okabe? I think this is the car crash
Was
one.
she pushed in front of a train?
Since we saw a lot of options.
Yeah. Did they shoot her? Or
Calm down.
Tracy's tiny hand wrapped around mine?
Okay, come on. Deep breaths.
Uh, little by little, my racing heart began to calm down.
Sorry, I shouldn't have said anything.
No, Not that it's not.
You gonna take something? I'll bring you some water.
I rummaged through my pocket and found a small box of pills. It was the same anxiety medication that I had already been taking. Even in this world, I was still on the same drugs. I looked around the room while Karisu got me some water from the tap.
Hey, Akabe, why'd you come back here?
What?
You haven't come here for a long time, you know. Even Nishida stopped coming.
Daru too?
Yeah,
The room was awfully clean. I took a closer look and saw that there were a few places, like Daru's PC, that were covered in dust, but the rest seemed to have been regularly. Karisu, you've been coming here?
sometimes. They'd be sad otherwise.
I have to ask. They were. Loved this place. Loved the Future Gadget Lab. She loved the time she spent with all the lab mems here.
Sorry.
You apologizing.
Because
Waited. But you apologizing
fault,
for
dingus.
talking about Mayuri? Making me remember? Or
Being alive.
for making me choose?
What?
No, nothing.
Okay.
If I said something, she'd answer me right away. I could reach out and touch her. That alone brought me to the verge of tears. If I just stayed here, like this, thinking I'd given up on everything and left her to die. And still, I was happy to be back here in this world line with Korea. As I was sad over losing Mayuri, part of me was thinking I wanted to stay here, even though I didn't have the right. There was a God in this world. He must be a cruel, twisted being. Why was he doing this? What was it I'd done wrong? I already made my choice once. There was no way to save the world. There was no way to save Karisu. But with Karisu in front of me, I was already starting to waver. Should I go back to the beta world line? Should I send the D-mail? The email? Hey, what happened to the phone wave? Seems subject to change.
What? You destroyed it. Did you forget?
Yeah, phone wave, name subject to change, no longer existed. Of course it didn't. Mere existence had made us a target of CERN. Without it, I couldn't leave this world line on my own. So even if I did stay here in this world, it wouldn't be my responsibility. It wasn't my fault. It wasn't something I wanted, which meant,
Hm. Hey, Akabe,
hmm?
you get the Regenstein again. Sorry, could you go get me something to drink?
In a drink.
I'm thirsty, you know, something warm if you could.
Make instant coffee if you want. Always make 2 cubes of sugar, no milk. No milk.
We're out of coffee.
Oh, okay. Want to get outside and think things.
Something sweet with milk and sugar.
Thought you didn't put milk in your
Cold days, I always want something sweet and creamy.
Roger. Stood up and headed for the door, but turned around halfway.
What?
I felt like if I took my eyes off her here, but that was far too embarrassing. This
Akabe, hang in there.
not a kid. I can run the simple errand.
Yeah, you're right. Bye.
Phew. My whole body relaxed the second I stepped outside. Evidently, meeting the living Karisu had made me really tense. I didn't know how to talk to her or what to say anymore, even though I'd spoken to Karisu like it was the most normal thing in the world. Still couldn't believe it, though. Is this really the Alpha world? No, if Karisu was here, it had to be. But then why? Who had caused a world line change?
Help me, Okabe.
That call from Karisu. Is that what triggered it somehow? No, I should. Someone else had caused it somehow. I shouldn't get involved anymore. I didn't want to. I didn't want to overthrow the structure of the world anymore. I just wanted to live in peace in a universe with no world lines or attractor fields. I stopped letting the whims of fate rule my life. There was nothing left that I could do. Suddenly, something seemed very wrong. Creasy's words a moment ago, what they meant.
Uh, Hang in there.
Couldn't mean to. I turned around and rushed back to the lab. Creasy,
What?
Creasy, you. That.
Too bad. I guess you found me.
Just where I'd seen her the first time, standing and looking towards the back of the development room. In the depths of the darkness, in a spot that just a moment ago had been covered by a cloth, I saw an old microwave with its door taken off. The phone wave, name subject to future gadget number
Really
8.
dangerous.
It
I
was a.
forgot about that. They just jury rigged it so the door didn't have to go. And like, man, don't do that to your microwaves, people.
It was a gadget.
PSA.
Yeah, it
Don't know
was.
if I said that enough when we watched the first time.
It was the gadget that changed my fate. No, the fate of the world.
Oh, what lines even?
Didn't I destroy it?
Well, yeah, you did. This is a new one I made. You could call it the Phone Wave Custom. That name isn't subject to change, you motherfucker. Or wasn't the real name one a little longer? Maybe it should be the name subject, the Phone Wave name subject to change custom.
The name doesn't matter. You remade it. Why?
What did you just you? Who are you and what have you done with a comment? The name doesn't matter.
Right?
To send a message to the past. I want to send a message and change the world line. No, maybe it'd be better to say fix rather than change. I actually finished this over a month ago. And since then, I've just been standing here, wondering whether or not I should send the message. I certainly didn't expect you to come see me, though.
What are you?
Tell me, Okabe. You just came from another world line, didn't you? And it was probably the beta world line, am I wrong?
You tell?
You'd never do something like that otherwise.
I'm like, what?
Well, the way you hugged me, you know?
Wonderful. The way her cheeks reddened in embarrassment as she looked away. The way she pursed her lips. The way she fiddled with the ends of her hair. Everything that was just so wonderful. Realized it again. Love with her.
And what's more, someone else caused the world line change. You didn't do it voluntarily. Am I right?
So you. Everything now.
No, dingus. I made two reasonable deductions. Whatever. Do you realize how much time I've spent watching you? And she's, of course,
Huh?
going to play it out like, yeah, I do know everything. No, it's not like that. I don't mean like watching you. Well, I mean, I do mean that in that sense, but anyway,
He took a deep breath and looked up at me again.
if you came from the Beta World line, then you choose that one. Then you chose that world once before, didn't you?
He was so far beyond what I could hope to be. In those brief moments, she discovered all that. She was right about everything. Even so, I couldn't let her know. Admitting that would mean admitting that I'd left her to. There was no way I could do that.
I mean, she's trying to get you back there, dude.
In the end, that's all I said. But that
That's
was
pretty good.
an admission. But instead of looking sad, she
Don't apologize, dummy. It was your choice, right? So have confidence in it.
tried to cheer me up.
Wouldn't be
Right.
able to deal with that response.
Reese was right. I was the one who chose to the Beta World line. But
And you know, I don't think you were wrong. You just got here so you wouldn't know, but for the last several months, you've done nothing but blame yourself.
you think I've been doing any other world line?
Right? Not that you'd ever let me see
It was the same. It was the same as what I'd gone through.
it.
It was the same as the Beta World line.
But there was nothing I could do. Because your pain was because of me. You'd suffered so much to let me live. But that ends today. It has to. Because if it doesn't, the guilt is going to keep eating away at you. And in the end, it'll crush you. Are you sure you're not talking about anybody else there, Teresa? What do you mean?
In the end, no matter what choice I make, not being able to save you, not being able to save Mayuri, doesn't matter whether I'm in the Alpha World line or the Beta World line. Maybe I should just stay here.
Get hold of yourself, Okabe Rintaro.
Risu.
Snap out of it. This isn't like you. The Hoyuan Kyomo-san I love is always more confident.
Omaha. There's a name I had a long time.
I cannot imagine that working. That whole thing, like actually being able to pull based on that nonsense
Right.
persona. No shot. Like there's a lot of unreasonable, unrealistic things that happen in the Steins Gate series, but I'm not sure any of them outpace that. You made the right choice. You chose to save Mayuri, and you weren't wrong.
But I let you.
Listen, what you're seeing right now is it's a dream. That's all. That's right. You had a dream where you met me. That's all. Crazy shit.
Uh-huh.
Well, doesn't that make you feel a little better?
Risu sighed a little and laughed.
We've learned so much about how the brain works, but we still don't understand the mechanisms by which we dream. The brain organizes and processes memories during sleep. One theory says that the dreams are a result of that process. In other words, this dream is. Wait, sorry. In other words, this is a dream world being experienced by you in the beta world line. So you can get your head together, you know? And if it's a dream, you have to wake up someday, am I wrong?
But this isn't a dream. You're right. Out and touched her cheek. You're right here.
Fucking winding his ass up. He is not in a position where you should really be playing around with his grasp on reality. It is tenuous
Yeah.
at best. It has never been great. Like, before all of the time travel, world line hopping shenanigans, it was not great. Uh, touch sensation are just another of the brain's functions. It's the whole Descartes evil demon argument,
He took
basically.
a quick step back. The sensation of her cheek disappeared from my fingers.
You won't be happy here anyway. You'd never be rid of the regret.
Yeah, but it's the same in the other world line, Teresa.
Right, which is why you need to figure it out. Solve the real problem. And neither will I.
It doesn't change. I'm reading ahead.
Right.
It doesn't change the
Uh-huh.
beta world line either.
Skipping my lines.
I've done nothing but regret that I couldn't save you.
But Mayori's happy at least, isn't she?
Curious.
How the fuck would we know?
Doesn't know anything. Yeah, right.
She is opaque.
Yeah, because that's what I wanted. Wanted her to know nothing. Happy. For now, that wish was still coming true, but
You want Mayuri to be happy. So do I. I'm the same way. Which means you made the right choice after all.
I'd finally met her again. She was here, live, right in front of me, but
Oh, come on.
walked up to me without even trying to hide her frustration.
Stop this nonsense already, Okabe Rintaro. You already reached your conclusion. You can't stay here. You have to go back. We have to go back.
Back to the future, body.
um, you have to wake up from the dream. Cause I don't want to see you suffer like this anymore. Come on, this is a waste of time. I'm doing it. You can't stop me.
Turned away from me. I could feel the strength of her will, her resolve. I remembered what I'd seen just after I'd come to this world line. Kreese, who had just been standing there in front of the phone wave. Thinking back, he'd probably already made her decision without anyone knowing, without anyone to say goodbye to. She'd chosen to go to a world where she no longer exists. It had probably taken her a long time and a lot of struggle to come to that decision. Probably asked herself 1,000 times if it was really the right answer. This was what she'd chosen after all that. I didn't have the right. Wrong.
Hey, Okabe, before you wake up, promise me something. When you get to the beta world line, forget about me.
You realize there's like a whole phone app with your face on it, right?
She does not, clearly.
That was
But
just.
she should, I think, right? Like, shouldn't she have some grasp of the Amadeus program in this world line? She was working at the Brain Science Institute.
Right,
Still.
but yeah, but I don't think he would. He had never mentioned it to Akabe. So I guess if Akabe was to bring it up, that would be. Yeah, so unless he brings it up, he'd have no reason to talk about it. I don't think.
Yeah, I don't know. Yeah.
That,
Anyway.
that was just the opposite of what she'd said that day. That day, the day when I chose the Beta World line, she said to me, "Get me." Now she was asking for the opposite. Get you? No, I can't do that. It's always like that. She always cared more about herself or others than herself. She always sacrificed herself. She was asking me this for my sake only. She didn't want to be. She hated being forgotten more than anyone else could.
Remember what I said? This is a dream. Once you wake up from a dream, you forget what happened, right?
Stubborn, bullheaded. I would never be able to forget her. But kid,
Who are you calling a nightmare?
to keep from breaking down. But that was probably the same for her.
Anyway, forget about me. Forget about what happened today and everything that came before. That's what I want.
Turned around and stuck out her pinky finger. She forced it around mine.
It's a pinky promise. Lie, and I'll stab an electrode into your hippocampus. Got it?
Doesn't rhyme at all.
Shut up.
Hand moved away from mine. Her gaze away from me. It's almost time to say goodbye. She was sending a message to the past. I knew it was the right thing to do. I knew this is what she wanted. Still, our voices
Bye-bye.
lapped. What is it?
You first.
Nothing. Just wanted to say it out loud. The name of the person I cared for.
What a coincidence. So did I.
Person I loved.
Hey, do you remember when we first met?
You. So you guys actually never technically first met. You've always
Yeah, I
known
don't
each
even
other.
know what that fucking means. Like, what is first met?
Of course I do. You made a hell of a first impression.
So did you. Really? I never thought things would end up like this. Yeah, I fucking hated your ass. Like, no shot.
Right?
Oh my God. What a prick. Worst, ruined my entire speech. I had a presentation, had to turn it into a discussion because of a heckler. Do you know how often there are hecklers at academic discussions? Unreasonable. I never thought that encounter would lead to.
Would lead to meeting someone so important to me. Not that I'd say it now. Right? Couldn't say it.
But just so you know, you're only allowed to remember our meeting right now.
Little.
Once the world line goes back, you have to forget.
Even just for a second. Just for an instant.
So you're gonna forget me just like that?
It would last just a little longer. This was your idea.
You know, win for fucking losing.
Her voice.
That's true, but it still pisses me off to hear you say it like it was nothing.
Moved. First you want me to forget, and how you want me not to forget. Which is it? Smile.
Shadow hard ass bullshit. It's a joke. I'm just kidding. Okay.
Oh, it's a joke, huh?
Yeah, just a joke.
A little longer. Remember it all. But I was out of time.
Okabe.
Hmm?
Bye.
Words with the sign that the magic was over. There were a million things I wanted to say, but I stopped myself. Risu smiled, satisfied, and turned back towards the phone wave. Probably already had the message ready. The phone wave, name subject to change, started to boom and crackle like thunder.
Again. Clearly, the name is obviously so.
Yeah, there was a long, long countdown. The whole time, Kurisu faced away from me, and I just watched. The noise got louder. Countdown continued, and then it was time.
Okabe, it's time to wake up.
Kurisu turned around with a big smile on her face. I wonder, I can't remember, it's been so long since I've played this, but I wonder if they're going to show what message she actually sends. Because in the anime, they show the message she sends.
Oh, nice. Okay.
Her voice was cut off by the roar. If it doesn't show it, I'll tell you what it is.
Well, we'll see. Maybe that. Well, yeah, I don't know. It probably isn't.
Then I
It might come up later on. You never know. Like, get revealed later down the line still, I suppose.
woke up from my short. Color gradually returned to my blacked out. The lab started to come back into focus. I could tell immediately that the world line had changed. I could still see Kurisu when I closed my eyes, but she wasn't in the development room. It was like the whole thing had been a daydream. Felt like I'd been caught in the boundary between dreaming and wakefulness. I was back to a world without Kurisu. It wasn't the Alpha World line. No point in even bothering the a moment ago, only Kurisu and I had been in this room. Now everyone was here. Okay, so they aren't going to show it, I don't think, and it's not a big reveal, so I don't mind telling you.
Okay.
Uh,
Yeah, if it's not like major plot critical,
yeah.
I don't mind. I was
So
just gonna say it might come up through some
nah.
other point or whatever, but yeah.
So in
Whatever.
in the original game, right when and near the end, when Kurisu had committed to him saving Mayuri, he told Okabe just to forget about him. He was going to go back to the States. And then just as far as he was concerned, she was gone. She'd gone back to America. Nothing. He there was no impetus on him to like think that he had killed her or anything, or he chose Mary over her. And so they're in the lab and they're getting ready to. He's getting ready to hit the enter button to make the choice to save Mayuri, and she comes busting into her room to tell her. He's like, "I changed my mind. I actually love you," but it was too late. Already hit the enter button. So the message she sends there was to herself in the past to tell her not to enter into the room. So and with the message, he never gets to hear her say that she was in love with him. That's what the thing. Yeah.
I see.
Okay.
And she thinks that's gonna change. Oh, because then he'll definitely pick
Yeah, Mayuri.
Mayuri.
Yeah.
I see. Okay. Okay.
Okran, what's wrong? Are you sick?
No. Fine. Hey.
Want some medicine?
I'm fine. No need to worry. Taco. And you didn't push yourself. Kagari. Mayuri and Kagari were here. That meant back to the Beta World line. I'm just a little hungry. I haven't eaten.
Come on, Okran-san.
You need to eat, or you won't get big like Uncle Daru. I'd rather skip a meal than end up like. Huh?
Okay, Mayushi will make something then.
Still, mommy? Can you?
Ugh.
Kagari-chan, not you too. Yuki-san's been teaching me things lately.
Then okay, then I'll help too.
Wait.
Huh? Sorry, should I not help?
No, that's not it. No. Hold on. That's we skipped over something huge here. That's not it at all. I looked around at everyone and then back at Kagari.
Okran-san, said you could just call me Kagari.
Something was different. Okay, Kagari. Can I ask you what you were calling Mayuri?
We're not breezing by that. Okay.
Called her mommy.
Why?
Why?
Why? Because she's my mommy. Mommy?
Oh dear God.
It's kind of embarrassing to hear that.
I felt vaguely dizzy watching Mayuri fidget in embarrassment. And the two of you know that you're mother and daughter in the future?
Huh?
What?
You're the one who told me about her.
I did?
Right. You said it'd be better to know the truth, right? Yep.
Huh.
I really tell? Did I tell them something so important? And does Lukaku also?
I'm sorry. I didn't mean to listen in, but I heard it anyway. Did you just spoil it?
Akko lowered his
Oh my
head in
God.
apology.
Oh, but don't worry. I haven't told anyone, and being able to share in everyone's secrets kind of made me happy. I would have been happier if you told me directly, but
Lukaku knew about Amiri and Kagari, which meant that, of course,
that's aggressive there. Still, I wasn't really surprised. I thought that the time machine was only fiction. I had no idea you could make it real.
You know about the. Evidently, I hadn't simply come straight back from the Alpha World line. I was in a world line slightly different from the one I'd been in before. The divergence meter I used before was gone now, too. Meant I didn't have a precise number, but this all felt very different. Problem was finding out. The problem was finding out what was the same as the old world line.
Can't you just tell them then? They all know.
I asked questions.
What is it?
I showered Calgary with questions in an effort to find out what was going on. Here's what I learned. First, Calgary retained her memories of her childhood. In other words, of the year 2036. She knew Mayuri, Daru, Suzuha, and also Ferris and Lukaku. Also, well, as for what the world of 2036 was like, how she'd become Mayuri's daughter, hadn't told them the details of it. Fortunately, they hadn't seemed interested in knowing about their futures. Everyone always thinks they want to know what their futures hold. When the chance finally comes, fear outweighs curiosity. The future wasn't always a happy. Knowing the future might destroy your dreams, might be a death sentence for me. Some people would lose all sense of meaning in their life. They knew there was inevitably going to be a war in which 5 billion people died. Yeah, I would say so.
Yeah, I don't know why that would.
Then it was definitely you staying at Lukaku's that brought you here, right?
Yep. And it was you who brought me and Mom together, Okran-san. Don't you remember?
Right. I just thought I'd double check, you know?
Yeah, huh? You're acting weird, Okran-san.
Kagari going missing had happened almost exactly as I remembered it. The same was true about how she came to us. And you don't remember anything about what you were doing while you were missing?
Nope, not a thing. First thing I can remember is lying on a bed in the temple.
She was still missing some of her memories. In other words, in this world line, the only memories she had were of her childhood and of the last few weeks since she woken up in the Chiba Mountains. The most important part was still missing. Is there anything else I need? Staring at the floor, trying to think when I realized it's missing. The floor is clean.
Oh, I cleaned it before you came.
No, that's not it. Isn't there a little hole in the floor?
A hole in the floor.
Lab had been attacked.
Oh, yes.
During the attack, one of the bullets had left a dark hole in the floor.
Was there a hole there? I think so.
By the way, how what was Jeff?
Party? It was a lot of fun.
Genuinely.
Never had so much fun in my life.
Wouldn't say that if there had been an attack,
Probably not.
which meant that the attack had taken place. No one after Kagari? No, it was too early to assume that. I still didn't know what had happened when she'd gone missing. Until I did, I couldn't say for sure if she was safe. Just like how sometimes Mayuri's death would occur days in the Alpha World line, the same thing might happen a few days later. In fact, better to be cautious.
I hope we can all have another party again soon.
When we do, I'll make something.
Me too. I'll help.
They all started happily talking about last party. At first glance, it was a scene. Something sinister might be happening. No, I knew something had. The fact that the world line was changing was proof. Why had it changed? Thought back to the events of last night. First, someone had taken over Amadeus. The priest who had called me and asked for help. The world line had changed right after I'd answered. It meant that the key was. Yes? Did Amadeus have something to do with the world line change? What about the group who'd attacked Kagari? Is it all connected? Maybe I needed to find out.
By the way, Kagari-chan, are you okay on time? Oh no, break time's over. Owner's gonna get mad at me.
The owner? You have a job?
That's right. I'm working at the Brawn Workshop upstairs. Wait, I told you this.
See. In the old world line, Kagari had started working for Tanuji after. That was another difference.
Jeez, you're so out of it today, Okran-san. Get hold of yourself.
Sorry. Kagari hopped up and skipped out of the room. Words and mannerisms were much more childish than in the last world.
Work hard, okay? Okay, bye.
Kagari, let me ask you one more thing before you go. Ask one final question to Kagari, who is now giving a crisp salute. Does the word Amadeus mean anything to you? Kagari seemed to think for a moment.
Nope, nothing.
See. She didn't look like she was lying or being sarcastic. She must really not have known. I watched her leave the lab, then took out my phone. There was another thing I needed. What's happening with Amadeus? I looked for the icon on my screen. Yes. The AI that held Makise Karisu's personality and memories. The application which started the program. The program was gone. Sorry to call you out here.
Oh, it's fine. I just happened to be nearby.
After seeing the icon missing from my phone, I contacted Maho immediately. My goal, of course, was to see what was going on with Amadeus in this. I had to find out.
Imagine having to explain to her the whole Steins Gate situation. Or reading Steiner, or whatever.
That's what I'm waiting. Remember that conversation I told you that I was really looking forward to? That is coming eventually.
Oh my god, that was the moment you were saying. It's like I can't wait for that. That was the scene you were like, it's going to be really cool. That's hilarious. I was like, that's going to be a problem because she's not probably going to be as easy to convince as Karisu. Karisu was just sort of like, oh, okay. So what do you want to talk about?
About Amadeus.
What?
Maho's eyes suddenly went wide. Her reaction surprised me as well. I'd simply said the word Amadeus.
How do you know?
What do you mean?
How do you know about Amadeus? That program was put on hold last summer after Karisu's death.
Amadeus was put on hold? You mean the project itself was shut down?
Then what the fuck are you here for? Yeah, that's right.
She clenched her fists in anger. It seemed the change in this world line was a big one.
Now answer my question. How do you know about Amadeus?
Because... Did I tell her about the world lines and attractor field theory?
Oh boy.
Karisu told me that someone at her lab was doing work on it.
Karisu told you about that?
I decided that it wasn't the time to tell her yet. If I tried to explain everything, I'd have to tell her about D-mail and the whole time machine thing.
It's a lot. It's a whole lot.
Maho didn't seem to know about all that yet. I could imagine what she'd do if she heard the truth. She was yet another one of those people who were entranced by the possibilities of science. Can you tell me a little more about how the project was shut down? What was the reason?
Evidently, there was a complaint from an outside group. Creating an artificial intelligence with human memories is no different than making a copy of a human, they say. It's something that only God is allowed to do. A lot of people in Europe and America like to push their own values on others, especially in delicate matters like these.
Yeah, fortunately. Is that the only reason?
Yep, at least as far as I've heard. The professor and the rest of the team were really mad when they heard the research was being shut down.
Hold on, I got a message.
Ooh.
Gabi-san, there's something I want you to tell me. Shouldn't you ask your dad? What? No,
About what?
I can't ask father. You sure? I don't know if I know anything he doesn't. You're the only one I can ask. What gift do you think would make my father happy? Think he'd like anything you gave him? Ugh. That's what everyone says.
Useless.
It's always the exact same answer. I'm honestly starting to
It's
wonder
so
if you're
useless.
all plotting behind my back. Ugh. Because everyone respects you. Huh? Huh? You too, Okabe-san? Of course. Makes me happy. Danger.
What?
Okay.
Thank
Pointless.
you.
Amadeus.
At least I don't get it. Or at least I'm not alone in
Yeah.
not getting that one.
Amadeus program was stopped. Did that have something to do with the world line change too? So how did I meet Maho? We'd originally
you.
met at the Amadeus seminar.
What is she even here for?
That never happened.
What's wrong?
Oh, I was just remembering how we met.
Smooth. You know that thing that happened. Remember?
Why don't you tell me about it?
For me? Yeah. Oh yeah, that was quite the coincidence, wasn't it?
I asked.
That's the worst. That's the worst way to start. Like, oh no, I've gained nothing, and now I know that it's a weird thing. Oh crap.
I asked a few more questions, taking care not to rouse her suspicions, and managed to learn the basic story. Maho had really wanted to see the place where Carissa died. When she finally went to Radicon, she'd run into me. That's it.
That's long story, man. I'm way more interested in the series of questions that he asks
Yeah.
to gain that information without arousing suspicion. I that is, I would struggle. So I can understand why they decided to just abbreviate
Right.
and say that it happened. I hate to say this because it sounds so unscientific, but I like to think that it was karma and that Karisu brought the two of us together.
Karma, or perhaps another example of attractor field convergence. It had already been decided that Maho and I would meet here in Akihabara. But was there some meaning in that?
Oh, right. Tell Mayuri-san and the others I said hi, and that last night was a lot of fun.
Sure. Evidently, she'd gone to last night's party in this world line, too.
It's given me some good memories of Japan.
Good memories. Wait, you're leaving?
Well, duh. It was a temporary thing. Not immediately. Remember what I said? I'm taking over Karisu's research. I can't stay on vacation in Japan forever.
See. But still, he was only in Japan for another 10 days. I hoped nothing would happen. Amadeus had been shut down and no longer would I hear Carice's voice. After I said goodbye to Maho, what that meant really started again. I could still feel Carice's warmth in my chest. No, all the feelings I tried to forget were coming back now that no one would be happy and everyone would be miserable. That's what she had said. I decided to stay here, but that didn't mean I couldn't erase the sense of loss I felt. Went back to the lab to get all this together in my head. The cause of the attack in the last world line was Kagari, and there was a good chance that Amadeus was involved in the world line place afterward. But in this world line, the lab had never been attacked, and the Amadeus program had been canceled while it was still in the research. That meant that two major factors in the events that had occurred so far no longer existed. If they were gone, maybe there was no need to worry too much. But even so, there was still a tiny alarm going off in the back. Why had Amadeus been? What happened to Kagari's missing memories? Nothing else, I might need to learn the answers. Thought for a while, then took out my phone and booted up the Rhine application. A Kagari side story.
Dun, dun, dun.
Sheena Kagari felt happier and more fulfilled than the people around her thought she was. Memories were missing. All she had now were memories of when she was young. She'd gone to the past when she was 10 and got separated from Suzuha. Her memories afterwards were blank, with the exception of the last few weeks. Her oldest memory, childhood, were of the ceiling she saw when she woke up. The ceiling of an old temple, with stains here and there that looked like faces. She remembered being a little scared. Shortly after that, she was given to Yanabayashi Shrine.
Names that look like faces. I feel like that's gonna mean something. That's gonna end up being interesting. Um, Kagari-san, would you like some tea?
Oh, yeah. Thanks, Lukaku.
Okay, I'll put some on.
That was when she met Urushibari Luka. At the time, she hadn't realized that she already knew him. Urushibari Luka was a good friend of her adopted mother, Sherry. He'd played with her a lot when they were kids. When she was younger, she'd always thought he was a woman. In Kagari's young eyes, he'd been a strong, grown-up woman. At the time, she'd always wondered why Suzuha had called him Luka.
Here you are.
But the Luka in front of her now was far younger than the one she had known. Looked like a very pretty girl, and not nearly as strong. So she only realized that he was the Urushibara Luka she knew after meeting her brother.
This tea tastes a little different.
It's hemlock. No, it's rosemary tea. It's supposed to help you concentrate and improve your memory. I had Ferris' son give me some.
Improving your memory and finding lost memories seemed like totally different things to her, but
Yep.
she didn't say so. Just the thought made her very happy. Luca, Mama Mayuri, and the rest of Okabe's friends were all trying to get memories back. It would probably make most people nervous. It'd be hard not knowing what you'd experienced. But to be honest, Kagari didn't think she needed to remember. Sometimes it seemed like a memory was about to come back. Time her mind would roar with a sense of fear and anxiety.
Was it not very good?
Lucas saw that she'd only taken a sip and stopped, and
Oh, no. That's not true. Good.
Thinking?
Yep. But it's nothing.
she took a sip of the tea, hoping.
Anyway, Lukaku, you really a boy?
Wow. Everyone else said he was, but still, it just didn't seem right to her.
Yeah.
You really look more like a girl, though.
I don't know what to say to that.
I know. Hey, why don't we take a bath tomorrow?
Sorry? What?
Then I'll know for real whether or not you're a boy.
Jesus Christ. No, we can't.
Why not?
Because I can't take a bath with a girl?
Didn't you take baths with your sister?
Yeah, but that was when I was little. Kagari-san?
Sorry, it was a joke. You're so cute, I felt like I had to teach you. But if you responded that way, it really are a boy.
That's what I've been saying.
Even when he was upset, he still looked like a girl. As you can see, there are dozens of different dishes available, and they're all you can eat. The TV screen had been showing all kinds of delicious food. The sight of it almost moved her to tears.
Time is so wonderful. It's so different than the world I know.
Is it? What's the future like?
Want to know?
Luca looked a little uncertain. Even though she'd asked, Kagari wasn't certain to tell him. The future she knew was filled with despair. Everyone struggled desperately to stay alive, hoping that tomorrow would somehow be better. They knew there was no hope. How would they survive?
I don't think I do.
Kagari sighed in relief.
Better off that way. Can be changed.
The future can be changed?
Yeah. Said it could be changed. Said he'd change it.
He'd change it.
That's what Mayuri had always told Kagari. That was her tiny light of hope.
What was it? Steins.
Steins?
Yeah, that's it. She said she knew it was real. I don't really know what it
Holy
is.
shit. Well, Luca's mind's blown. Like,
Yeah.
what? Is the sword real? Oh my god.
Steins Gate. To be honest, Kagari didn't know exactly what that meant. But each time Mayuri said it, Kagari had felt warmth in her. Someone would come to lead them to Steins Gate. When she thought about that, it gave her hope. And now for our next report. Did you know that memory restoration technology is being studied around the globe? Today we have a special report on an American university that is at cutting edge of this research. Andrea? The news show had finished its food report and had already switched to another topic. Now it was showing a college campus covered in greenery. A wide open space that clearly wasn't Japanese. The second she saw it, she suddenly felt dizzy. This is Victor Condria University. It may seem like just another college campus, but there's a major project going on here right now. Discussion became more technical. It was far beyond what Kagari, who had only had her memories as a child, could understand. But
Could I change the channel?
Oh, wait.
Kagari stopped him before he could promote.
Kagari-san, do you understand this?
Yeah, they're talking about how the brain works and whether you can make false memories.
Oh. Wow, that's amazing. It was too complicated for me.
She suddenly found herself easily understanding what was being said. Why? How? How could she understand this?
Not that complicated. Memories are controlled by a part of the brain known as the hippocampus. There's a special region of the hippocampus called the dente gyrus.
She was surprised at what she was saying, but the words kept coming anyway.
When new nerve cells are constructed there, they cause existing neurological pathways to recognize. That's what makes you forget things. And so when the study team did experiments on mice, they saw false memories created. Oh, look, that room in the back. That's where they do the mice experiments and stuff.
How would you know that? Kagari-san, are you familiar with this university?
Huh?
How the hell do you know these things?
She suddenly realized that Luca was looking confused.
I mean, you seem to know a lot about it.
TV was showing something that looked like a lab. The camera went towards the back of the room. White door opened. Next room. You can be the director if you want.
Oh, sure. After seeing the results of the experiments on mice performed here, the research team.
No, I don't.
But just now.
That's right. She wasn't familiar. She didn't know anything about the place. But
I don't know, but for some reason it suddenly feels like I do.
there was suddenly a piercing pain in the back of her head. It felt like the beginning of something terrifying. suddenly felt very nervous.
Listen, I'm not doing it because you asked me to. Just forget that.
Thank you. This morning, I'd gone to Tanuji and asked him to protect Kagari if it happened. That meant I had to talk to him about his role as a rounder again. And I had to tell him that Kagari was caught up in something big, too. But since this was the second time I'd had that conversation, I was able to make it go a little smoother. That was only relative to the first time, though. I never wanted to ask him for ever again.
Oh, so, Dokabe, the hell are you people involved in?
I stopped myself.
You can't say, huh? Well, you ask me for a favor, but you won't say anything.
I'm sorry.
That's good, though.
What?
Information is your final trump card. If you had just come out and told me, I would have called this whole thing off. Anyway, just be careful.
Thank you, sir.
I get it. Don't be so polite. It makes it so damn hard to deal with you.
I bowed to him once more anyway and left the Brawn workshop. I'd managed to get Tanuji's help, and this morning I'd gotten another person. Well, Kiryu Moeka. A lot easier than Tanuji. I checked with Daru last night and found that, just like in the old world line, we'd hired her to find out more about Kagari. All I had to do was ask her to keep looking into what Kagari had been doing before she was found. Now that I've done everything I could in case now I've done everything I could in case something happened. All that was left was to pray that nothing did. I got back to the lab where Lukaku was waiting. A very serious look on his face. He said he needed to talk to me. There was something bothering me about. Oh, sorry.
There's something bothering me about Kagari-san's memories.
Kagari's memories.
Yeah, but I don't know if it will help bring them back.
That's fine. If something's bothering you, just tell me.
Okay.
Lucas started to fidget and rub his knees together. Then he looked up at me and slowly opened his mouth.
Last night they were doing a special on memory research on TV. It's about an American university. When Kagari-san saw it, she acted like she recognized the school.
American college? One.
It had a really complicated name. I think it was Victor Condor.
Andrea University?
Oh, yeah, that's right. That's the place.
Victor Condria. That was where Carisi would. Kagari knew Victor Condria? If that was true, then how? The most obvious possibility was that he went there. How would a kid who went missing in Japan go to an American school and one of the best at that? Of course, it wasn't possible.
What do you think? Is this a clue?
Can't say anything just based off that, but
I see.
Taco's shoulders slumped in disappointment. That doesn't mean it's not a clue.
What? Then
Yeah, it's worth checking out. What do you want to talk to me about? The best way to find out was to talk to her directly. Kagari was just about to start work, and she seemed put off by the fact that I'd suddenly asked to speak to her. Can you wait a second? I've asked another person to join us. Person? I didn't know a lot about Victor Condry myself. I could ask Kagari what she knew about the school, but I couldn't tell her information if her information was accurate or not. There was a better person she could ask. Someone who should be here at any minute.
excuse me.
The best way to find out about the school was to ask someone who went there. In fact, Maho was, to this day, a part of their brain science lab. Oh,
Maho-san. Hello.
Hi, have you been?
Maho still didn't know that Kagari was.
Yeah, this might get complicated, Rentaro.
Yep.
I'd
I
have
imagine it will.
I'd have to keep her from finding out.
I don't know about that. This is gonna make this less efficient.
Also, yeah, she does look like Carice.
Like at some point, she's gonna have to be like, "Yeah, there we go." Right? Like, wow, what the fuck? You look just like this chick I know, who died. Like weirdly, it's like a slight palette swap. She really does look like Karisu.
Maho stared at Kagari, then whispered so that only. It made sense. I'd been surprised myself. I started by explaining to Maho why I brought her here.
So what? Do you think she might have gone to my school?
Wait a second. I don't know anything about this Victor Contra what's his place.
Mitochondria University.
See, I didn't even remember the name. But yesterday you acted like you recognized it, right, Lukaku? Hey, don't bring me into this.
Yeah, right? Yeah, sorry to rat on you. You said they did mice experiments in the back room. And after that they actually show the experiments in that room.
Remember that, Kagari? Don't. I couldn't imagine Lukaku would lie or that there would be any point to him doing so. But the same was true for Kagari.
Shibara-san, do you remember where that lab was? I don't know that it's. I forgot. I'm both of those people. I don't know the details, but they said they were doing research on memories and the brain, which means it might have been in the brain science lab.
That's a good guess, Maho. It's a really good guess.
Seems like.
The brain science lab. That was
Where
where.
they do a lot of the brain science. That's where I work.
Also, where Carice worked.
And we might have met you and Karisu?
It's just a possibility.
I would remember if I met her or not.
Right, you would think that she could shed some light on it, but there's more than one place that researches brain science. Nothing calls it brain science, I don't think. But what do I know? I didn't think that there was a brain science institute at the real Johns Hopkins, and there is. So, and it's not just grad students where I work. There are a lot of regular scientists too. Even I haven't met everyone at the lab. But if I saw another Japanese person there, I'm sure I'd remember that.
Which meant she didn't remember it, which meant she probably hadn't met her. She probably would have told you if she did.
Like, hey, I know you.
You look like this person I work with and really
Right.
admire.
We've had a conversation about this other person that we both worked in the same building as, and you both looked like. Or,
Right.
whatever. Yeah, like that would have been a thing that came up.
Yeah.
If you work in a lab with two people who are that close, I don't know.
Lukaku, was there anything else about Kagari that you've noticed?
Kagari-san sometimes knows about things that are really complicated.
Hey, I know some complicated things. Kagari pouted. That was one expression that was totally different than Karisu.
For example,
Roses and depression? Those were
Yep.
just words that were complicated to write in Japanese. I guess there's
oh, okay. Yeah. All right. Wouldn't have gotten that joke. Trying to remember the lyrics. Go make things so complicated. I don't know. I can't remember. There's a song called "Complicated."
Avril Lavigne,
I don't
baby.
think that there's any relevant jokes that I can make here, but I was gonna try anyway. They were doing a special on fake memories last night, and you seemed like you knew a lot about it. Fake memories, huh? Yeah, one of the teams is working on that. We went to talk to them one time.
So you
Yeah,
that seems like a very like
relevant.
unethical kind of thing to work. I don't know. Like, yeah, we're working in how to make fake
Oh
memories to
yeah,
implant in people.
over in our Vault Tech division. Yeah.
Kagari, can you talk about that now?
I know. I really talk about that stuff.
You did.
She put her hand between her eyebrows and thought. Really didn't remember it. Seemed. Has this happened a lot before?
Not that much until recently. It started happening over the last few days. Interesting.
Didn't know how Kagari could know things about Victor, but it clearly had something to do with her missing memories. If I followed that trail a little longer, it was possible I might be able to bring back her memories. Suddenly, she started pain.
Kagari-san, what's wrong?
My head kind of.
It hurts?
Taka was looking at her face, worried.
Yeah.
Want to lie down a little? It's all too sudden.
That's right. We may have put too much stress on her.
Maho was.
Are you really okay?
Yeah.
So,
So, something that you may not have clocked right away. You basically just called Maho like master or like or senior.
teacher or something to that effect,
Yeah.
which is what Kurisu called her.
Yeah. The
I
conversation was
told
so
you.
natural
I said that was her.
that
There's something
Maho.
happening here. She might be like a duplicate that they like wrote her memory onto some other. I don't know. We'll see. Maybe that. Oh! It's Blade Runner. They were talking about building an AI and writing the body, or not building an AI, building like a robot body, and then writing the AI over top of it in the beginning. That's what's happened here.
The conversation
Anyway,
was so
sorry.
natural that Maho and I almost missed it. Hey, did she just?
Yeah, she called me senpai.
Huh? Tucker, you just called Yao-san senpai, right?
No way. Didn't.
No, you definitely did, Orishibara-san. You heard it too, right? Yes.
Senpai, the Japanese word used to address an older class. I just learned that Maho and Kagari hadn't met at. Does that mean it was just a mistake? Sound of footsteps coming up the stairs distracted me. They were so heavy, there was no need to wonder who it was. Aru, right?
Yeah. Make a bunch of fat jokes about anybody else. Hey. Hello. Oh, you're here, Maho-tan. Don't call me that. Do I have enough? 1, 2, 3.
He ignored Maho's complaint and started to count the number of people in the room. There was some kind of paper bag in his hand.
Okay, I've got enough.
Enough what?
You're bullshit. No, you know how they opened up a new atoll in front of the station? They were selling some good looking pudding. So I thought it might be nice treats, so I brought enough for everybody.
Yeah,
What a guy.
sure. He was thinking about everybody when he bought that much pie.
I mean, look, He's offering them.
Yeah.
You don't get to challenge people on things like that.
He put down the bag, opened the box, and started putting the pudding cups on the table. Haru, do it later.
No, no, no. Why do you all look so upset? It's rare for me to buy something. Is it that rare for me to buy something for everybody? Well, I guess it is, but I got some extra work at my job, you see. Not only am I talented, but I'm also kind-hearted and I get paid. Feel free to fall in love, ladies. Huh?
He turned the bag over and started shaking it.
I'm missing a spoon. I bet the staff there forgot to put one in. Oh,
Uh.
see, he got spoons for everybody? Nah. Evidence. Evidence. He was thinking of more people. Why would he need more than one spoon to eat all those himself? I think there's a clean spoon in the sink.
Oh, I've got my own spoon that I always use.
What?
That sounds familiar. Lukako stood up to get a spoon from the sink, suddenly stopped. Or at least it should sound familiar. One of the things that Kurisu...
Did Kurisu have her own fucking spoon?
She had her own spoon, and one of the things she...
That's the... Go ahead, sorry.
Yeah, she had her own spoon, and one of the things she wanted... It was part of the test she gave to... when Rintaro was going to go to the past to talk to her, she goes, if I don't believe you, just tell my old self that even though I have my own personalized spoon, what I really want is my own personalized fork as well.
I did not remember that.
Yeah.
That's so dumb. Oh my god. And I guess if you're bringing, I don't know, taking your own silverware places is weird.
Lukaka stood up to get a spoon from the sink, then suddenly stopped. He looked at Kagari with a confused expression.
I wash dishes. Maybe that's a really good idea. Which I think now sounds familiar. I feel like I am remembering some of this now. I think I probably said that last time this came up. Like, that's dumb. Well, actually. Oh, trusting minimum wage dishwashers with your sanitation. Maybe is dumber. Anyway, Kagari-san. Oh, wrong voice. Kagari-san, do you own a spoon?
Huh?
I thought all you had with you was the Upa keychain, right?
Huh? That's right, isn't it? That's strange. One.
Her own spoon.
I'm
I heard
thinking-
someone say that before. Not many people carried their own spoons around.
Facts.
It was common in Japan to carry around your own personal set of chopsticks. Not spoons, unless you were a Japanese person who lived in America most of your life, then came to Japan, weren't familiar with chopsticks. But I had known someone who carried around her spoon. Was Kurisu.
Bum, bum.
Just a moment ago, she called Maho senpai. Kagari no Kurisu? Hey, Yahoo-san.
Hey, oh, sorry.
How many people called you senpai in America?
Just one. It's a Japanese word and a Japanese concept, after all.
No need to even. Was.
The only one who called me senpai was Kurisu.
Kagari, do you know a girl named Makise Kurisu? Know her? Imitating her? But why would she need to do that? Kagari seemed to be desperately searching her memories, but it didn't seem to be working. There was sweat on her forehead. Her headache might be bothering her. Don't force yourself. There's no need to remember.
Need to rewatch Blade Runner.
No.
Wow.
It feels creepy leaving it like this.
Do you feel like you can remember something?
Oh no. Try saying something, Okurin-san.
Huh? What's going on here? Yeah, what did I walk into?
The
I
fact
just came with pudding, and now it's weird.
The fact that Kagari responded this strongly to Kreese's name meant that there had to be some relationship. But What could there possibly be? The question was this: what had Kagari been doing ever since she separated from Suzuha? Never met Maho, did she? Maybe she became friends with Kurisu and learned a lot about her. Then she Kurisu's stories mixed up with her own memories. Or I remembered the machine that
Bum-bum.
Kurisu had developed in the Alpha World line and came up with this.
There you go.
I quickly told myself
Finally catching up.
that it was impossible. My eyes met Maho's. He
He
nodded.
would know about that project.
Yeah. Okay, Kagari, let me ask you some questions. Now, I wanted to learn how much Kagari knew about. Where is your father?
Hmm.
Died when I was a kid.
Memories were mixed with Kurisu's. She wouldn't say that. Those were Kagari's memories. Said she remembered everything from before she was old. She only lost her memories after she separated from Suzuha in 1998. I have to go a little deeper. Then what does the word Kurigohan mean to you? That's Kurisu's Reddit handle.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay. That was it. All right.
And
Good touch.
what does the word Kurigohan mean to you?
Kurigohan? What are you talking about?
Answer me, please, Kagari.
Kamehameha.
Everyone else seemed
That's her
confused,
password.
but I felt as if my
Oh
heart was
shit,
about
that's
to
her
stop.
computer password. That was it. Yeah. I was like, I knew we knew her fucking login password. Ah.
How could she know? Kurigohan and Kamehameha was Kurisu's Reddit handle. Not only did she keep that a secret, she almost never let anyone know that she posted on Reddit. She never would have told anyone. How could Kagari know something that only Kurisu should? More sweat was pouring down Kagari's forehead. Luca offered her a handkerchief, worried. Kagari nodded and took it. Kagari, can you tell me how many major theories of time travel there are? Maho looked like she wanted to say something,
I can't remember.
but I motioned for her to stay quiet. And also, this Maho doesn't know anything about time travel yet. Why would you bring it up
Sorry,
right now?
wait, what? Yeah.
11.
So much for that.
Kagari spoke clearly, as if this was the answer was the most obvious thing in the world.
11 in total. Wait, is that right?
I hadn't expected much when I asked her the
What?
question. I certainly hadn't expected that. The terrifying possibility I thought of earlier was becoming more and more real. Impossible. Had to be. The more I tried to convince myself, the more my fear. Tell me what those 11 theories are.
Neutron star theory, and then black hole theory, light speed theory, tachyon theory, wormhole theory, exotic matter theory.
Kagari was counting with her fingers and speaking with very little head.
Cosmic string theory, quantum gravity theory, cesium laser theory, elementary particle ring and laser theory, and lastly, Dirac antiparticle theory.
Those are all correct. Sorry.
Maho's voice was hoarse.
Tell me, Okabe-san, how do I know all this?
Kagari looked like she was about to cry. Ask you one. Could you use those theories to build a time machine?
Whew. Ha! There we go. That's how it gets built. Okay. Okay.
I don't think so.
What about a brain wipe machine?
Oh.
Brainwave machine.
Oh, but even if you couldn't use these 11 theories, science may invent a new theory that works someday.
That sounds like something Kurisu would say.
Mm-hmm. I think she did actually say that in her speech.
Why do you think so?
It's
What?
wild, yo.
That's because I don't know.
Then let me ask you another question. How did you arrive at that conclusion?
I don't know.
Knew, huh? That meant the knowledge existed of her. Why did she have it? Had she been to Victor Con and met there? Maybe they were close friends, and Kurisu would imbibe in her and keep her in close confidants in her time travel theories.
Yeah, that makes sense.
So close that
She'd be
Carisi would
that.
share her Reddit nickname, which she never told anyone,
Right.
and
A
then
thing she was perpetually embarrassed by.
perhaps she mistook what she'd heard from Karisu for her own memories. That was the most obvious possibility.
Is it? Is it actually?
But
At
that
this point
but
in
that
the world where you know that there's time travel?
but that would go against what Karisu had said. Karisu said she didn't really have any close friends in America. She seemed to have developed a solid relationship with Maho at work, but the dark fear in my mind kept growing. Hey, Yahoo-san, remember how you said Amadeus was put on hold? Does the uploaded memory data for Karisu still exist?
Yeah, probably. I don't think it was erased.
How many people could access that?
Very few. We never really announced it anywhere. Myself, Dr. Leskinen, a few of the other assistants, and then Karisu.
Another question. Would it be possible to transfer that memory data? Come on, Maho, put it together. In another world line, Maho herself, or even Dr. Leskinen, Steins, had said something about that at the 8th seminar. I had experienced it myself through a machine that digitized human memories, sent them through time, and then back to this. It didn't exist in this world line, but I'd once lived in a world line where it was developed in this very room. I'd used it far more times than I had ever wanted to. And because of that experience, I had an idea, terrifying idea, another way to explain what was happening to Kagari.
What are you getting at?
Risu was the one who had her own. He was the only one who called you senpai at school. Kuri, Gohan, and Kamehameha were Karisu's handle on Reddit, and I'm the only one who knew about it besides her. Risu would know about the lab in Victochondria. She would know about the mouse experiments. She would know about the 11 theories of time travel. What? You mean?
What are you trying to say?
This is my idea. Looked around the room at everyone, back at Kagari. Kagari, it's possible that you may have Makise Karisu's memories inside of you.
Wait. Okay. God damn it. I was trying to remember.
Daru, but female.
Daru, but higher, yeah. Kagari and Makise Karisu's memory has Karisu. Whatever. Words. I can say them.
Suzuha didn't seem as surprised as I'd expected. Maho and I asked her some questions after that about Victochondria, about her research, all over the place. Some things she knew, some things she didn't. But some of the things she knew were things that only Maho and Karisu would have. In the end, instead of being overturned, my hypothesis came out even stronger. All the questions seemed to tire Kagari out, and with Sanuji's permission, Dako took her home. Maho completely refused to accept what I was saying, but did say before she left that she'd look into whether it was possible to transfer Amadeus' memories data. That night, I explained the situation to Suzuha.
So you mean Kagari has two personalities?
No, that's the proper word for multiple personalities is dissociative identity disorder. When additional personalities are created within the person
We
themselves.
already had a game about that.
Right? It's like you're upset or uneasy about who you are, so you make another personality within yourself. Yeah, and that personality becomes like a real person, and then kills a bunch of people.
Right. I
Well-
think, yeah, I don't know if that's probably how
Besides-
Shrink would describe DID, but whatever.
All that happened in Shibuya. We're in Akihabara, completely
Yeah,
different area of
totally
Tokyo.
different. Right.
Once in a
I
while,
assume.
there would be a
Knowledge of Japanese geography is quite limited.
once in a while, there would be a case where someone would take the personality of the man or woman they admired, but usually it was a completely original one. But that's not what's going on in Kagari's case. She doesn't have her personality. What she's got is, quite literally, only Kurisu's memories. It's possible that Kurisu's memories are mixed in with her own. Kagari's memories weren't written, so had them, so they had mixed together.
I see. With 2036's technology, that's certainly possible.
Then, since Kagari is a time traveler from that year, it's a possibility.
But she still has her memories from when she was 10, right? If they put someone else's memories into her head, she should remember that, right? Unless they deleted them. I think I remember her saying once in a while back then that she heard the voice of God. I'm sorry,
Hallucination? Possible that that's a product of Kurisu's memories leaking out.
Or just, a general mental health issue. Yeah. But the future wasn't as peaceful as this area. There wasn't enough people and there weren't enough supplies. Even if they did have the memory transfer technology, it would have been a military secret. I'm sure the military, I guess you could use that. I can't imagine them using it on a civilian, especially a kid.
Kagari was a war orphan. There's no chance it was. Well, there's no chance it was used to cure her PTSD.
That wouldn't explain why they'd want to transfer someone else's memories into her. Maybe you just don't want to leave them blank.
Which means it's more likely that it was done during the time when no memories between 1998 and now.
Even if it's possible in 2036, is it possible right now?
She done it all by herself to make.
So Makise Kurisu transferred her own memories into Kagari? Why would she do that? Seems like something a mad scientist would do.
And really no.
Hyoyin
Yeah,
Kyoma
there's only
bullshit.
one Hyoyin Kyoma in this world.
God damn it.
Dot. There was no way. It was impossible. It had to be. And there weren't many people as smart as Makise. She didn't do it. I couldn't imagine she would. Right. Getting ahead of myself. I agree. Might have been getting too attached to my idea. But there's no doubt that Kagari knows things only Kurisu could.
Maybe. Like Makise, she's soul became a ghost and possessed her.
What type of game do you think we're playing here?
Yeah, come on, man.
Don't even think about saying that around Yahoo-san. She'll laugh in your face.
You got that right.
I don't think she could reach my face.
Get got. She'd need a ladder.
In the end, I realized there was nothing I could do for Kagari but watch for a while. And we were just students without any kind of specialized knowledge. No matter how much we debated or what ideas we came up with, wouldn't be able to find the answer easily. Come to think of it,